Okay, so welcome everyone to your evening meditation. So just as usual, giving yourself the next half an hour to take a little time out, going somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next half an hour, sitting comfortably, feet shoulder width apart, just cup your hands in your lap. Close your eyes and start off by taking a nice deep breath in. So inhale through the nose, notice how the stomach rises. And the second phase of the breath into the heart center. Breathing into your heart center. Third phase of the breath into the upper chest. And into the head. Just pause at the top of the inhale. And do a little scan of your mind. So noticing any thoughts blowing through your mind, any emotions that go with them, thoughts about the past, grievances, resentment, often go with those, thoughts about the future, anxiety, worry. Notice how that shows up in your body. Maybe there's a knot in your stomach, possibly even feel a bit sick or nauseous, block in your chest, clenched jaw, dry mouth, sweaty palms. These are all signs that really sin has a hold. And we're going to talk about that just now. I'll read you the preliminary section to the series of workbook lessons we're on what is sin. For now, just exhale. Just letting it all go. Releasing all of that mental and emotional static, just really unwanted. Just freeing yourself, creating some space, some openness, which will allow you to absorb these profound ideas and the energy that goes with them on a deeper level. So just watch your breath, breathing in through the nose. Notice how the stomach rises. The chest rises. Notice the subtle flow of life energy rising up. A nice warm feeling. Be rising up your spine into your head. Pause briefly, connect with the stillness. And then you exhale. Just sigh it all out. Make a little sighing sound on the back of your throat. Chest and stomach suck back in. Pause again at the bottom of the exhale. Just really find the stillness. And these little gaps between breaths. It's a little portal to eternity. So just keep watching your breath. Set the breath in motion. Step back and just watch it. Remind yourself there's really nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. For the next 20 odd, 25 odd minutes, just breathe, relax, be still. Let the breath just take you deeper and deeper, just going deeper and deeper. Every breath into this still, calm, peaceful place in your mind. And just watch, just be the observer. So often we're so busy stressing, straining, and striving, so busy doing that we forget just to watch, just to observe ourselves, to observe life, to find the peace and the stillness that comes with that. So just keep watching your breath as I read you these words. from the workbook lesson, from the preliminary section to the workbook lessons on what is sin. And just let the words permeate into your awareness. So you don't have to try and intellectually understand them, comprehend them, judge them, evaluate them, analyze them. You just allow them in, just allow them to seep in to your consciousness. And that way they will go into your subconscious where they are needed. Start undoing this really deep-seated programming that the Course calls the ego. The idea that you're a separate self, you're a separate body, separate entity with your own mind. This idea is the basis of sin. The idea that we did something terribly wrong. So keep watching your breath and just listening to these words. Let them just permeate into your awareness. So what is sin? Sin is insanity. It is the means by which the mind is driven mad and seeks to let illusions take the place of truth. In being mad, it soothes illusions where the truth should be, and where it really is. Sin gave the body eyes, for what is there the sinless would behold? What need have they of sights or sounds or touch? What would they hear or reach to grasp? What would they sense at all? To sense is not to know, and truth can be but filled with knowledge and with nothing else. So just pause, reflect on that, watching your breath, all your sense perceptions are a product of this idea of sin, the idea that we've done something wrong, terribly wrong. This is the original sin, the idea that we could be separate from love. We could deny our true nature and become something else, which is why Jesus calls it mad and illusory. And ignorance. Just keep watching your breath, just keeping your mind nice and still, calm, empty, open, and aware as you listen to these words. The body is the instrument the mind made in its efforts to deceive itself. Its purpose is to strive. Yet can the goal of striving change? And now the body serves a different aim for striving. What it seeks for now is chosen by the aim the mind has taken as replacement for the goal of self-deception. Truth can be its aim as well as lies. The senses then will seek instead for witnesses to what is true. So we can change our mind about the purpose of our body and aim for truth instead of lies. Because sin is the home of all illusions, which but stand for things imagined, issuing from thoughts that are untrue. They are the proof, quote, that what is no reality is real. Sin proves God's Son is evil. Timelessness must have an end. Eternal life must die. And God, or love, himself or itself, has lost the Son he loves. Love's extension, with but corruption to complete himself. His will forever overcome by death, love slain by hate, and peace to be no more. This is what sin does to the mind. seems to prove that all these things are real and true. A madman's dreams are frightening, and sin appears indeed to terrify. And yet, what sin perceives is but a childish game. The Son of God may play. He has become a body, prey to evil and to guilt, with but a little life that ends in death. But all the while his Father shines on him and loves him with an everlasting love, which his pretenses cannot change at all. So beyond all these illusions, there is this eternal truth of a loving mind, a loving presence, which we cannot change at all, which is why the idea of sin is ridiculous. Because you cannot really change the changeless. Sin is the idea that we've done exactly that, and that is permanent. It's irreversible. There's no way back to the love we thought we destroyed. That idea is not true. So now Jesus makes a plaintive cry to us, entreating us to listen. How long, O Son of God, will you maintain the game of sin? Shall we not put away these sharp-edged children's toys? How soon will you be ready to come home? Perhaps today? There is no sin. Creation is unchanged. Would you still hold return to heaven back? How long, O Holy Son of God? How long? So just pause and reflect on that. How long will you wait to let go of the idea of sin and all its consequences? Guilt goes with sin, ideas of fear and attack, anger, the whole Pandora's box of the ego rests on the idea that sin is real, that you have actually done something terrible, and therefore you deserve to be punished for it. Fortunately, Jesus is telling us over and over in this course that this is not true. This is not so. So let's move on to today's workbook lesson, 258, which is a great antidote to the idea of sin. They all are, but this one's particularly pertinent, I think. Let's take a nice deep breath in through your nose, filling up the lower stomach, blowing it up like a balloon, then second phase of the breath into the heart center. Feel this life energy rising up into your heart center. This nice warm feeling, warm tingling feeling spreading throughout your chest. And up into the head with a final sip of air. Hold the breath briefly. Scan your mind for any pointless little goals which are for nothing and do not exist. These can be any kind of goal in the world. Goal to achieve material things, more money, wealth, possessions, achievements. What you think you're here to do. Roles, responsibilities in this world. All of them shift and change. There's only one thing that doesn't, and that is God or love. So the lesson today is let me remember that my goal is God. or love. If I can remember that, then I am free of my attachment to all these pointless little goals which really are for nothing. So as you exhale, just releasing another little part of your attachment to your investment in these other goals. Worldly goals seem to offer you something in this world, but they do not exist. There's no fundamental existence to them. How do we know this? Because they come and go, they shift and change. They are not permanent. True existence is permanent, it's eternal, changeless. That is the test that you can apply to anything to determine whether it's true or not. Is it permanent? Will it last? So just watching your breath, nice deep inhale. Notice how the stomach rises, the chest rises, the subtle flow of air into your nostrils, the life energy rising up. So you inhale, rising up into your head. Pause briefly. Find the stillness. This is the only place you can find God or love, in the stillness of your mind. And you exhale, just making a sighing sound on the back of your throat. Sigh it all out, let the chest and the stomach suck back in. Just keep breathing in this nice, deep, slow, rhythmical pattern. Just letting go, letting God is the same. Just let go on a deeper level with each breath. As you listen to these words, just a short commentary, today's idea. So let me remember that my goal is God or love. And Jesus tells us that all that is needful is to train our minds to overlook all little senseless aims. And to remember that our goal is God. His memory is hidden in our minds, obscured but by our pointless little goals, which are for nothing and do not exist. Shall we continue to allow God's grace, love's beneficence, to shine in unawareness, while the toys and trinkets of the world are sought instead? God or love is our only goal, our only love. We have no aim but to remember him or it. So keep watching your breath, letting the breath just take you deeper and deeper. It's going deeper and deeper every breath. And to this lovely, peaceful, calm, relaxed state. And just invite this loving presence into your mind in this little prayer. Saying, my goal is but to follow in the way that leads to you. You're addressing the source of your mind. God, Creator, higher power, it doesn't matter what you call it, there's something there. So I have no goal but this. What could I want but to remember you? What could I seek but my identity? It's the only treasure. That's truth we're all looking for. With that invitation, Just going to step back, watch your breath, and surrender. Surrender into the stillness, silence, in which you can remember what your only goal is, in which this loving presence can reveal itself to you fully. Only when your mind is quiet and still can this happen. So nothing else to do, nowhere else to go, nothing else to think about. For the next 2 minutes of silence, just breathe, relax, watch your breath, be still. Say, let me remember that my goal is God or love. And then let everything go and just allow this presence to take over, to wash through you, clearing your mind, your heart of all pointless little goals, all the toys, the trinkets of the world can be attached to that the world teaches are somehow valuable. Truth is, they are not valuable at all. So just breathe, relax, surrender completely into this deep love, which the Course calls God. This loving presence, it's always there in your mind, it's never really left. For the next 2 minutes of silence, just surrender to that completely. If any thoughts arise to distract you, just let them go. Imagining they're like clouds just blowing through your mind on a windy day, shifting, changing, they're ephemeral, impermanent. Let them go by returning your attention to the breath and this higher awareness, this true part of your mind that is not affected by any of these thoughts at all. So just sink into the silence for another 30 seconds. So just gently coming back into an awareness of your body through the breath, same way we entered the meditation, we come out of it. Noticing the stomach rise, chest rise, feel the life energy rising up into your chest, into your head. Pause at the top of the inhale. Find the stillness. Still there. Hasn't gone anywhere. Can't go anywhere. It's your fundamental nature. And then exhale. Just make the sighing sound on the back of your throat. Notice the vibration in your throat and your chest. Air flowing out of your nostrils, chest, and stomach sucking back in. Just pause the bottom of the exhale. So that's 1. On the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes. 2, just noticing all your body senses. So what are you touching with your hands? Notice the weight of your body. Pressing down into the chair, feet touching the ground. Maybe there's a subtle taste in your mouth after dinner. A smell in your nose. Notice what you're hearing. Just notice all of these things. It's a very clear, calm place in your mind. There's no attempt to judge or label or interpret any of it. Just allow these sense perceptions to blow through your mind like clouds in the sky, but the clouds do not really affect the sky at all. If you notice any thoughts coming through your mind, just use the same analogy. These thoughts are like cloud patterns, shifting, changing all the time, impermanent, unreal, meaningless. So say to yourself, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. You're going to open your eyes. It's 3. Just look around. It's a very still, calm, surrendered state. Let your eyes just rest on whatever they happen to rest on. Not for too long, just casually look at one thing, then move around, extend the range a bit outward, look to the side, look behind you. Just save this idea. Again, the meaningless thoughts showing me a meaningless world. Let me remember that my goal is God or love. And most of my thoughts, any thoughts that take me away from the feeling of love, are really pointless. Serve no purpose other than to deny the truth of who I really am. So I hope you had a deep connection with that true self, true nature over the last half an hour or so. You can just apply today's idea frequently for the rest of the evening, top you up. Sent you, if you're in the WhatsApp group, sent you a shorter recording to help you do that. So listen to that once or twice more before you go to bed. And that should help you to stay connected and set you up for a really good night's sleep. So I wish you that, a very peaceful evening, a good night's sleep, and the remembrance, the deep remembrance that your only goal is God or love. Thanks for listening, and I hope to connect with you tomorrow. We've got another meditation at 12:30 UK time, British Summer Time, 1:30 SA time, and again at 5 p.m. UK, 6 p.m. SA time. So join me then in the Zoom room. If you're out there on YouTube, thank you for listening. You're welcome to join us in the Zoom room. Go to freemeditations.online. You can register and get some more information about how to join when you do that, or just listen in on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified whenever I go live. So thank you for listening again. Wish you a very peaceful evening. Namaste.